Paul, defeat this evening. What are your thoughts?
Oh, just extremely disappointed, aren't we? It's been a really tough 4 days now from the trip back from Southend where we've lost, and tonight we've lost. Obviously the first time this season we've lost back-to-back games. Nights like tonight you could probably write a book on how poor you are in probably the majority of areas, but again, you know, this stage of the season for lads, when we win, you have to come out and say the same stuff, and it's a long season, it really is. Tonight there's so much disappointment around the stadium that it's pointless nearly me trying to make it right. Sometimes the disappointment must set in for you to have a reaction. You know, to start the game like we did was poor, the goals are really poor, and you know, you must give great credit to Blackpool, by the way. You know, to come and win the game. You know, it's only the second time we've lost at home this season, so great credit to Gary and his team, you know, for taking the points. The disappointment for us should first of all stay in the dressing room. You know, because when you've had a season like we have, where you've basically carried all in front of you, defeats haven't been too commonplace. All of a sudden we've had two in the space of 4 days, and it's a massively disappointing thing for us all. You know, certainly for me, you know, if we win our game in hand, we go back top of the league. So I would always be a manager who be very positive. The players have done great. We're having a little bit of a, I wouldn't even say a dip, because you can't have a dip in 4 days. We've just had a couple of really poor results. So the disappointment must set in. The players must feel that, I must feel that, the staff must feel that. I know the supporters will feel it, and then we go again.
Did you feel there was a hangover from Saturday? Can you put your finger on it?
Do you know, in football, hindsight is such a wonderful thing. You know, I'd be a very loyal manager in terms of personnel, picking teams. Look back, I should have made changes. But that's easy in football, it's the easiest thing to say. We've got a very strong squad. You know, all our lads have done really well this year. You know, we've conceded 5 goals in 2 games now. Gone in twice at half time, 2-0 down. We've never gone down like that. So there's things happening for us at the minute that's fresh and new, albeit massively disappointing. But as I say, in football, that's what you must do. You must manage your disappointment.
Must be a bit of a culture shock for the team, and that will test them to bounce back.
Just keep going. You know, it's football. You know, we now have a break for obviously the Man City Cup tie, which is being put on Monday night. The other teams will play. Shrewsbury will play Saturday, they'll play again Tuesday. Blackburn will play Monday. The league will be what it'll be by the time we take the pitch next time. We're going to have 3 games in hand, and that's what the cup run does to you. That's the reality of it. You know, we're in it. It's what we've got. It's the hand we've been dealt, and we must get on with it.
How do you deal with that? Do you ignore your games that you've got to play and just play what you've got?
Keep going. The next game's the most important one. As I say, even for you guys, the questions you'll ask and everything else, it's massively disappointing. You can't say anything else. But until the league campaign's over, no one can hand out anything. Wigan have had the first couple of really poor defeats. You know, other teams haven't really sort of put a run together. Probably Blackburn have, Shrewsbury have been consistent. Around that, you know, the top 3 have really gone away. I don't know how all the results have gone tonight. You know, I know Rotherham are obviously on a great run. If we win our games in hands, we're in a fantastic position. But tonight, nobody will feel that.
And finally on Sam Morsey, picked up the booking at the end there, so be out of the cup game and the game against Rochdale.
Yeah, that's football, isn't it? It's an extremely disappointing booking for Sammy's point of view. Do you know, but listen, sometimes when you're being beat like that, you can start, you know, analysing the game and going on about bits and pieces of stuff that haven't gone for you, etc. You know, when you play well and will, everything goes for you. You know, tonight, like I say, I always like to think that we show a little bit of manners stuff, you know, other stuff when we get beat. Tonight's not our night, as I say. Massively disappointed. Great credit to Blackpool, and we move on.